Hello, this is Dan, and I never do like product videos and whatnot, so this is new to me, but I'm going to tell you, if you want the best hard-boiled eggs ever, you got to get one of these. I bought this at Fleet Farm. It was like less than 20 bucks. I mean, it was honestly like the cheapest one out there. And basically what you get this little thing here, you get this little measuring cup with the egg stabber in the bottom. And you get some other accessories if you don't like hard-boiled eggs. I don't know, you can poach eggs. You can use these different attachments here in place of that. I tell you, I like hard-boiled eggs though. They're super simple, super easy, and this thing is just incredible. So basically the setup is you have that, and you can adjust, like, do you want a soft-boiled egg, a medium, or a hard? I do the hard, and the very center of the yolk is still just a little gooey. Oh my god, it's the best ever. So basically you come over to the sink, fill it up. So for me, I'm just going to make sure to put it right on the hard line there. Get it right. Oh yeah, there we go. And you dump the contents of this little thing right into here. And I'm just going to put, it doesn't matter, you can put all 7 eggs in or you can put 1 egg in, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to get some eggs and I'll patch in the rest of the video and show you what else you need. Alright, I'm back, and I got 2 raw eggs right here. Sorry for the mess. I'm just going to scoot this stuff back, give you a little angle on what I'm trying to accomplish here. Oh, hold the phone for me. There we go. And you take the back side with a little poker, and you always want to poke the big end of the egg, not the small end. You want to poke the big end. Poke the big end. Easy. Put it up there. Grab the other egg. Big end. Poke it. See a little hole there? Put it anywhere. Scoot this thing right in frame. And then you got to put the cover on. Cover's got a little steam vent right there. You see the hole, hot steam. Just put that so it's not going to blast in your face. And then, of course, take the plug. Plug it in. Blue light lights up, and the heat plate is going to start warming up, and the volume of water that we put in based on this cup will boil, and it will perfectly cook an egg. So I'll patch it back in when the eggs are done. I'll show you the rest of the process. Alright, just to be thorough, we're about 2 minutes in, and obviously the water on the heat plate is boiling, but this does take a while longer than you think. So just wanted to show you what it looks like. You know, there's the egg right there just sitting in the steam. No steam really coming out of the port yet, so like I said, relatively early in the process. Alright, I'm back. Here's what it sounds like when it's done. You can probably just barely hear the sound. It's very, very faint. The light goes from blue to off. And that very faint buzzing sound means it's done. So basically what I do now, try to get you set up here, is I'd take the ice bath that you saw before. So you have a little bit of ice left in there. It's nice and cold, so it's already like very, very cold. Dip my hand in the ice just to get my hand nice and cold. Grab one quick, throw it in. Grab another one quick, throw it in. A little bit of water left in there. We gotta unplug it. The buzzing stops. I'll just rinse that. And ultimately we need to let those eggs sit in there for a good 10 minutes. So it did take about 10 or 12 minutes for them to hard boil in this particular instance. So I'll give it another 10 minutes in the ice bath. I'll be back. All right, I'm back with these last 2 eggs. They're down in there. Grab the first one out. Notice it's still got the little hole in the bottom where I punctured it earlier. And, oh, I forgot to put some water in the little salsa container here. So take some cold water, rinse it, and just maybe halfway, maybe slightly more than halfway. There we go. Make sure I'm in frame. And then I like to drop it with the whole side down, so a little hole there, down, kind of pops the bottom. Put that on there, snug it up, nice gentle shake. There we go. Grab this little guy out of here. Yeah. And if I get lucky this time, normally once you get it going, it'll really just kind of peel off for you. So yeah, look at that. I mean, that's, boom, there you go. Egg and shell. Rinse it off, get all the last little bit off. Done. Next, grab the last one. I can reuse the water. There are a couple of little shells down in the bottom here, but I'm not going to worry about that. Whole side down. Clunk. Nice gentle shake. Open it back up. Oh, this one I shook really gentle because there's not a whole lot cracked on this one. But even still, it starts to open up for you. Look at that. Whole thing. Peel right off, just like that. There you have it. Rinse. And you're done. To clean the little steamer, I would highly recommend, because so I think they say in the instructions to use distilled water because you get these little hard water spots, at least in my area. I don't use distilled water, I use my tap water, but all you got to do is put a little bit of vinegar on there and that'll essentially wipe right off. So I just literally let it cool down and then a little bit of vinegar, wipe it off, and it's good as new. So, all right, I hope you enjoyed this video.